Yeah, I used to have a nagging right hip. It would just get achy. It wasn't too bad, but now I never feel that pain anymore in that right hip, and I think it's because the myofibroblast remodeling, like you talk about, that it helped it out. At first, I couldn't feel anything, so I was still kind of, start out skeptical, like, oh, is this really gonna do anything? But yeah, I did the training anyways because I wanted to try it, and yeah, pretty soon, maybe after a few weeks or so, I'd have to look back at my notes, but I started to feel the glute connection coming on, and so I was like, oh wow, yeah, it's doing something. And then after that, I started to feel that my movements, I started to feel like I could move when I was a little bit younger. I'm not that old, but I'm 36, but I started to notice, like, oh, I feel like I'm moving better, like I'm moving like when I used to play basketball a lot, because lately I hadn't been playing that much. But then I felt like I could move and play when I started to try out on the basketball court. I felt like my movements were easier and quicker, and so I enjoyed that aspect, as well as I started to feel like just lighter on my feet, and when I rolled out, I started to have less aches and pains. So those are the things that I really noticed. Yeah.
Great. Since you're a PT, can you talk about the curriculum in the PT school? Was there anything about fascia?
Oh, well, it was just very little, but nothing about it. We didn't talk about it as being a functional thing you could train, though. Like, all we did was we did the cadavers, and we said the fascia is throughout the body and stuff like that, but we didn't talk about how it could be utilized and actually trained to help people. We focus more on the muscle aspect, so strengthening that part. But so it wasn't that much that we covered on, at least when I was in school. So
right, gotcha. Yeah, because people don't know, because a lot of PTs, they're if you don't get continuous education on the latest research, you don't know about the fascia.
Yeah. So I mean, I graduated in 2014, so I've been a PT for 8 years now. So back then, at least in my program, yeah, we didn't go over it too much. So it's been fun and interesting to learn more about it, and how really important it is, for sure. And that's what I've been experiencing firsthand with doing your training.
Right. It's very different than the hip bridges and the deadlift and squats, right?
Yeah, because it's more, like I said, that would be more focused on the muscular fatigue and strength, and you feel it more like muscle. And as far as this training, yeah, it's a different type of sensation when you activate the glutes. I guess it's the neurofascial connection, like you talk about. So that it's definitely a different sensation.
Right. You have to really experience it to believe it, understand it, right?
Yeah. Because
I mean, it's very hard to understand, like on paper. Just like it's impossible to write a book on riding a bicycle, how to learn a bicycle.
Yeah. Like I said, I wanted to try it, but I started skeptical, like, oh, let's see if it really does anything. But yeah, so you gotta try it and experience it, and then you realize, like, oh yeah, it definitely does something. It definitely works.